is the playoffs, the NHL playoffs. Listen, not only NHL playoffs, it is the Vancouver Canucks coming back to the playoffs, baby. I am pumped. My name is RevTrev. Welcome to Kempner Canucks, and we are going to get into some previews. Listen, I've got lots of it. I'm shooting 2 videos tonight, doing 2 live streams tonight. We got to get going on what's happening. Now, granted, I've got to work, so I can't make videos all day. There's a lot of people who have already made videos, prediction videos. I know I'm late to the party, but listen, you got to hear this kind of take, because not only are other people not, sharing their opinions, but listen, the Vancouver Canucks, baby, this team has exceeded all of our expectations, all of them. Nobody thought we'd be this good. Nobody thought we'd be here, and here we are, first in the Pacific Division. Let's go. That is so stinking exciting. I can't even tell you. I am so pumped about it. It is absolutely fantastic what's happening in Vancouver and the buzz around this team. Listen, there's so much conversation going on right now that we're even like really interested in what the theme song is going to be. Is it going to be U2, The Streets Have No Name, or is it going to be something different? Like everything about it, there's excitement. I'm going to buy car flags for the Canucks. I can't find them. They're sold out because there is some excitement in the building, in the place. Listen, this is going to be absolutely stellar, incredible series. I'm so looking forward to it. Now, first game Sunday night. I'm so pumped. I am absolutely pumped about us being in the playoffs against the Predators. Like, the Predators are the team that most Vancouver Canucks fans wanted us to be facing. Now, listen, if you like content that is passionate, realistic, and honest, Canucks content that has those 3 things, you got to hit that like and subscribe button, and follow me on Facebook, X, Instagram, and YouTube. I'd appreciate it. Trying to pump out tons of content, especially playoffs content. And so here we go. Here we go, everyone. We're all pumped about it. Now, let's dive into the keys. What are the keys to the series? What are the keys to the series? And that is the big question, because we know, you got to have goaltending. Well, both of these teams have goaltending, everyone. Both of them have goaltending. You got to have a top line. Well, I think we've got more than a top line. You got to have defensemen that can play gritty. You got to have playoff people. I mean, Nashville's been in the playoffs more than us. So a lot of people are predicting the Predators to upset the Canucks, which rightly so, right? They say, well, they haven't been here for a while. They don't have the experience. But we brought in the right pieces. Like, think about the guys we brought in. Cole and Bluger, Stanley Cup pedigree, everyone. Stanley Cup pedigree. You got Zadorov, you got Susie, big boys. That is a big defenseman. Hronek has been a fantastic addition. Like, I'm excited to see what the Canucks are going to do. Now, as we dive into this, let's talk about this. The goaltending is always the key. If 2 teams are close, then the goaltending, it comes down to goaltending. And if you look at it, I want to show you this right here. You see this? Saros, who's a very good goaltender, he has not had as good of a season as Demko's had. Look at it. He's got 10 more losses than Demko has, and 3 more overtime losses. And look at the goals against. Demko's in such a better position, right? So right there, you're saying we've got the edge. Now, Saros can light it up, can play next level goaltending. So I'm not saying he's bad. I'm not saying that Demko's lights out better than Saros. I think this year he has been a lot better, but we've seen him in the past. So we'll see how he plays in the future here. Now, if you I want to show you this stat. Actually, everything comes from this page right here. This is what you want to know, because if you think about it, look at the next one. Well, let's talk about who's winning the special teams battle. Okay, who's winning the special teams battle? And as you see, the Canucks are 11th, and the Nashville Predators are 16th. Now, that's only like just under. It's 9 points of a percentage. That's how much different 11th to 16th is, right? Look at the penalty kill, a 0.8% difference, and we're 17th and they're 22nd. So it's not like either team's been great on the penalty kill, but we've been better on the power play, and we'll see how it goes. We're very even. Well, actually, I mean, it looks very even on faceoffs. The goals against or goals for, I mean, is much more in Vancouver's favor. Now, Vancouver is one of the top teams in the league, but goals against, we're 5th, they're 13th. That's important to know, everyone. That's important to know. So let's just quickly talk about that, because the Canucks, in my opinion, have to stay out of the box. Now, both teams got to do that. You got to not get too many men penalties. Like you got to avoid the easy ones. You're never gonna avoid penalties because teams are talented and they have all that kind of stuff that's going on. Listen, those ones you've got to avoid. You have to avoid the stupid ones like that. One thing, if it's a a tripping penalty because someone's flying by you, or interference or whatever like that, right? But maybe even a boarding call, you might, you don't want to be stupid. You don't want to do cross checks after the whistle. Can't be doing stupid stuff like that, right? So the special teams battle comes into play here, right? Now, we also need to remember that you got to compare the defense and the offense, okay? So if you look at the defense and the offense just for a moment, actually, before we do that, we're going to be talking. Let's just talk first of all about this. The Predators have been on fire to make the playoffs, but let's look at this a little deeper, shall we? Let's look at this a little deeper. Okay, so if you look at it here, the Vancouver Canucks have swept. Do you see that, everyone? The Vancouver Canucks have swept the season series 3-0. So you should say, well, they're going to have a cakewalk, right? Well, let's look at these series. Vancouver won in October 24th, early on season, 3-2 over Nashville. Both Saros and Demko played in that. The next one, 5-2. Vancouver won a week later. And Demko played, I believe, and it was, let me just make sure I'm correct on that one. I'm actually very, very certain. Yeah. It was Demko in that game as well. And then the 5-2 one in December, it was DeSmith in net. And that one, who was in net for the Predators? Both goalies, but Saros got lit up, got 5 goals scored on him. So if you look at that right there, that's pretty incredible. Now, if we do a deep dive in the last 10 games where everyone's like, listen, the Predators are on a roll. Look at this, everyone. So the Predators beat in the last 10 games Columbus, Chicago, New Jersey, St. Louis. You know what all four of those teams have in common? None of them have made the playoffs. They lost to Pittsburgh. It's not a playoff team, but they lost to Winnipeg. They lost to the Islanders. They lost to Boston, Colorado, and Arizona didn't make it. So they lost to 3 playoff teams. Now look at Vancouver. They beat Calgary, Edmonton, Vegas, Arizona, Anaheim. 2 of those teams are playoff teams. That's the difference, right? We also lost to Winnipeg, LA, Vegas, Dallas. And so not that both these teams. Now, the reason why I bring that up, everyone, is because it's very important. Because I was predicting the Vancouver Canucks are going to win in 5. But after seeing that, now, and you're saying, hey, they could sweep them. Maybe they could. Maybe they could. But I think the Predators are better. I don't think there's a weak team in the playoffs. I don't think the Predators are a weak team. But if you look at, for example, look at the Predators lineup, okay? And if you look at this lineup here, I'm just bringing it up real quick. So if I add this to stage, okay. So look at this, right? Let's get rid of all these advertisements, okay? Look at this first line. It is pretty deadly. Let's be honest. Forsberg's excellent. O'Reilly is a playoff guy. Nyquist's good. The second line's decent, but it's like Zucker, Sissons, Janikowski. I mean, really, it starts dropping off. Like, it's really a one-line team, if we're honest. If we're honest. And I'm not trying to disrespect them, but I'm trying to be realistic and honest here, not only just passionate. But look at this third line. Beauvillier, Novak. Where their strength is here in defense. Ryan McDonough played a ton of playoff games. Yossi is a stud. He's an absolute stud. I mean, Hughes is better, but he's a stud. Fabro, we love Fabro in Vancouver, local boy. You know, Schenn, miss Schenn a lot. He hits a lot. Here is the leading hitter in the entire NHL, right here. So this defensive pair is going to cause problems, and if they can shut down our forwards, then that's the thing, right? That's the thing. But if you look at the Vancouver Canucks, okay, I think this team has got potential everywhere, right? You've got this is the lineup from when we didn't have it. So you got to add Miller into this lineup. You got to add Hronek into this lineup. So let's not look at that because it's just not the same. It's just not the same. But I think they're going to keep Dakota Joshua, Lindholm, and Garland together. I think Höglander, Pettersson, and probably Mikheyev are going to stay together. And then that means Besser, Miller, and maybe Podkolzin, Di Giuseppe. Like, we have 5 centers on our team, guys. We got Pettersson, Lindholm, Bluger, Amon. Actually, we got 6. Suter, and then we got Miller. This team is absolutely stacked. Absolutely stacked. And when you compare the two, I don't know how you can just be with ease picking them, because in all honesty, I'm going to say, just because I want to give some more respect to the Nashville Predators, I'm going to say that the Canucks beat the Preds in 6 games. In 6 games. I was going to say 5. I think 4 is too disrespectful, which I would love to have 4. Don't get me wrong. But I think the Vancouver Canucks are going to win in 6. And I wouldn't be surprised if we win it in 5. Now, I don't want to get cocky. I don't want to get overly confident. They could upset us for sure. There's no doubt about it. But this is my prediction. When you break it all down, swept them in the series. We've got the better goaltending. I would say we have very even defense, but it's the forward lines. It's the forward lines. It's the forward lines. I think we've got 4 lines that could possibly score, probably just 3 for now. And I think that's the difference. So I'm fully expecting the Vancouver Canucks to make it to the second round. A lot of people might be betting against us. Go ahead. You don't have to predict the same things. So, man. Yeah, so I'm just gonna dive into some comments before we end tonight. I've got another video that I'm launching in just under half an hour. We're gonna be going through every single bracket. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna actually do my bracket challenge, and I'm pumped. I'm absolutely pumped to do that with you guys. And if you haven't signed up yet, we're going to be doing the actual bracket here. Okay. We're going to do the bracket here. And so make sure you show up for this one in just a few minutes. But I'm going to dive into some comments, and then we're going to get into the bracket challenge video and going to go through the whole Stanley Cup. I don't even know who I'm picking for the Stanley Cup finals yet. I got to do the research. I want to see. I'm very, very, very interested. It's going to be a longer video for sure. The next one, this one's going to be nice and short. So let me dive into some comments here. Wayne, welcome. We need to get past Nashville, dude. Absolutely. I think we will. I think we will. Very pumped. Can't wait. Believe in blue. Go Canucks. Go. Absolutely. Roberto. Pumped. You want those where the streets have no name? Yeah, it would be nice. I want something different, to be honest. Rick, how's Canada this evening, by the way? You know what? It's pretty good. It was very beautiful here. I live on Vancouver Island, and it was a gorgeous day. Absolutely gorgeous day. I think the weekend's supposed to be not as nice, but today was absolutely beautiful out. Beautiful. Okay. Saros will get pulled out of the series if he's hot and cold. Yeah, but Roberto, you got to remember that their backups, nothing compared to Saros and Demko, especially Demko, in my opinion. So, Jack, the key to this series will be shutting down that force we're going. Absolutely, and that's easier said than done, right? So, if we pick, not pick, but get dumb penalties, take dumb penalties. That's what I'm trying to say. Then we're going to have some trouble because they're pretty good on the power play together, but I think we can slow that line down, and that's another reason why I think we win. Yeah, getting traffic. We've been good at getting traffic in front of both their goalies, and use his small frame to his advantage. Yeah, and gentle drafts here too, right? So we got Tyler Myers, our secret weapon, right? You did 60 push-ups and 58 sit-ups and 68 leg lifts. I'm ready to go. He's hung a weight from his neck to make it stronger. I will need a strong neck to block all the high shots. Yep, exactly. Gentle draft. Tyler Myers is ready. Word on the street is Tocchet's first got here. He had to show Myers how to do a chin up. I mean, they had to raise it up, right? When I was a young boy, I would hang from the monkey bars to stretch my arms longer. Yeah, I can see that. Then Rick glanced away. Tyler switched his grip and from wide to short and more close in the center part. I'm friends with Shen. He's my guy. Well, now Hronik's my guy. Yeah. Yeah, think about the hits from Podkolzin, Zadorov, and Joshua. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. And then I think even Tyler Myers is going to get some hits too. And you're right. Saros has no chance if Myers can get his 93-mile-an-hour clapper off, right? Steve Dangle said the more games this series goes, the less chance we have of winning round 2, as this series is predicted to be a hard a head-on car wreck. I believe it. I believe it. Now, going into series 2, I think the next series is going to be tough too. I think LA and Edmonton are going to be really battling each other. I don't think it's going to be a very big thing there. So Canucks take it 4-2. Yeah, absolutely. Nanaimo shoe repair. I'm pumped for you, Jorg. Lindholm and Besser need to crowd that crease. Absolutely. And then, yeah, because he gets all the deflections, right? Hey, Chris, welcome. Thanks so much for gifting the Canucks membership. I love it. I absolutely love it. It was great hanging out with you the other night, watching the game together. This is going to be a great series. So, Nucks in 6 for sure. That's my call. I wanted to say 5. I just want to respect this team. But I don't think people are talking enough about this man right here, Jorg. JT Miller will win it for the Canucks. He's a playoff. He plays every game like it's a playoff game. Speaking of which, everyone, I don't know if you've seen this, but I made this a long time ago. Where did it go? I did the 5 Canuck playoff type players. I had JT Miller as number 1. I had Thatcher Demko as number 2. Zadorov as number 3 because I just think he's going to lay out people in the playoffs. Dakota Joshua again. And then the little guys. See, size matters in the playoffs, but what about the little guys who play big? It's not all about hitting but being tough. Players like Quinn Hughes, like Höglander, like Garland, they might be small in stature, but they act like they are the biggest guys on the ice, and I think that's important. They use their speed, aggressiveness, and skill to win battles to create the offense. I think this is why we need to get excited about this team, everyone. This team is going to be ready to go. So, like I said, in 20 minutes, I'm going to be launching my other video about my predictions. I'm going to be filling out my bracket for everyone. I want to hear your input. I want to know. Yeah, so I don't think, JT Miller is the new Ryan Kesler. In fact, I would say JT Miller is better than Ryan Kesler, and we'll have to see that. So we'll see. Steve Dangle meant after 7 games with Predators, we'll be limping. Best to beat them in 5 games. Well, that's a good point. That's a good point. I hope we beat them in 5 or even 4, but we'll see. Cheevan, good to have you here. Please hit the like and subscribe button, everyone. I'm going to be pumping out tons of content, and Gentle Giraffe wants to remind us that Beauvillier is 5'7", and Gentle Giraffe is 9'2" in comparison, right? So that's my playoff predictions for round 1. I'm going to spend a lot more time on all the rest of the rounds. I'm pumped about the playoffs. I can't wait. I don't know who I'm picking to win the Stanley Cup yet. I would love it for our Canucks to win it. I just need to go over all the research first. So I hope you guys and girls have a great time. Join me for my live stream coming up. I'm going to be doing live streams right after every single game, everyone. Join the playoff live streams starting to, Sunday night, right after the game. I'm going live. Can't wait for the playoffs. It's going to be fantastic, everyone. It's going to be fantastic, and I'm absolutely stoked. So don't forget that. Also, I've got this other video coming up where I'm going to be talking about my playoff predictions, doing the bracket challenge in a few minutes. So hope you guys have a great night, and I'll see you soon. So as always, like I always like to say, not only are we not hitting the brakes, we're hitting the gas, guys. We're not pumping the brakes, we're hitting the gas. And guess what? I think we're going to make some noise, and we're going to win round 1. Go, Canucks, go.